Named for the legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals, here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, now, 180. 57 Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll run with the NC State man. It's Jalen Samuels. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Roethlisberger will throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Silver. Check nine.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
He's got his man, Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey. General West. Check.
On the toss, Mixon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Hey, what's up? Lead. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here you go, 368. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On 2nd and 15 now. Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
26 Mike. I'm going to come back to you. 26 Mike. Come off the ball. Regular.
Dalton here from the gun. Going for the deep ball. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively. Brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Bravo! 57's right. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. Wide, get wide.
1st and 10 for Dalton. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North.
Switch. Slam. 80 weapon.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. All day,
Now Joe Mixon. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. No score after one on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first chance in the red zone for the Bengals now. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
He's coming. We got double up.
Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
368. Check. Fresno.
His pass caught at the 4. And they'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Boyd, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Bullock good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Solid.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
That ties the game.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. On first down, Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
No gain on this defense. Here we go. Can. Check 13.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
On second down, here's Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Here we go.
Andy Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Heads up. Lead.
Check. Watch 54.
Stay with your man.
Mike 5-4. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Regular. Heads up.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And it's caught. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Check 30. Go 368.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Here's a run with Mixon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2 by 2. Move.
Check 26.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44. It's high.
Another try for Mixon. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check, check. Lucky.
The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position.
Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's go.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
Watch twist.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Play action here with Dalton. Going for it all. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Hands up!
Record. Jam.
Here, fight this.
55's Mike, guys, 55.
Hands up!
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Bullock's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On second down, Samuels. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Drop deep, drop deep.
Hey, exit.
57. Mike, 57. Quit talking about it.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. That went into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now Roethlisberger. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And some room to run now. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. First and 10.
Here we go. 93, 52, 93, 44. Stop!
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Arden Burns there on the coverage.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And Bullock will put this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This fielded at the 2. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Around the NFL, second quarter in Atlanta. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. That'll be a game to monitor as we go along. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Play action now. Dalton. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 32-yard line. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, got stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Check four.
On second down now, Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Right there, 54 Mike. Watch the run.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Here you go, 368. Too low,
Dalton, first and 10. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find a soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
44. Here you go.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So make him 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 2nd down, Samuels able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
66. Rush in.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 20-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's see what you got.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Connor. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
What we got? What we got? What we got? Back.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Mixon running right. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And able to find Green. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
54 Mike. You better be afraid of me. 368. Be afraid of me. Check 3.
From midfield here, Dalton. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Go, can. Check 3.
To throw again, Dalton. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to have have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hands up. Lead.
Check 55.
Regular. Hands up.
On first down, Mixon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 28-yard line.
Green 18.
I can't believe they even let you play.
There you go. 368. Check 25. 2 by 2. Move. Hey, wahoo.
Dalton here from the gun. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Watch the slap. Kill.
2 by 2. Move.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
He's tracking. Crash.
Check heavy.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Kill.
Here's Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. Call it a gain of 5, but still a decent ways from the end zone now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Bullett's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Roethlisberger setting up the screen. This is Samuels. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go.
They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Ready? Like 30, 44. Hey, dude. Get that
Roethlisberger to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Matchbox lights. 59. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Samuels. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Trying to get the 1st with Samuels. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. So in the final minute here, now a 2-point conversion will tie the game.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion.
50 seconds to Mike.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Here's Roethlisberger. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 30, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So 20 seconds remain. It'll come down to this. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Cincinnati, the win gets them a step closer to 500 at 5-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, their woes continue as the record falls now to 1-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.